Hi everyone, Peter Mullen here. I'm so enjoying bringing you some amazing guests to share their ideas and inspiration about how to stay fit, sane and healthy through these challenging times. Now today I'm really excited to speak with a good friend of mine, Paula Hann. Now Paula is the Managing Director of Metagenics Australia and New Zealand, and Paula's always, and someone deal of respect for. Paul has always been a fantastic advocate for the naturopathic and natural health industry. And from a brand point of view, Metagenics is probably one of the most. Hello, Paula.
Hello.
I'm just going to rave on about you for a moment, and then I'll come to
Oh,
you with questions. So, as a lot of my patients know, Metagenics is one of, in my mind, the best quality and most effective natural medicines in the market worldwide today, and I know a lot of my patients would agree the same. So well, I'm so excited, Paula, to have you share with us today. So good afternoon.
hey Peter, how are you?
Now, what you guys, just before we start, I just want to thank you guys, you and your team, because we've been absolutely crazy busy down here at the coalface, just trying to keep up with our patients' natural medicines, to be available to talk and support, and be a good sounding board or a good common sense ear for them as well. You guys, you and your team have done an incredible job at actually keeping those natural medicines up to us. So I really want to thank you for that. How's life been? That's a big question to start with. But how's life been in your life and your business life at the moment?
Yeah, Peter, I think for all of us, it's been a very, very challenging time, and it's been a time of tremendous change. And so, as far as life for us at Metagenics and life for me now working from home, it's very different. The way that we're doing business now today is very different to how we normally do business as usual. I think that we've responded really well, but it's been for all of us, a massive change. So for Metagenics, and I guess for everyone who's out there who has a business, our number one priority is our people, is keeping our people safe. And so,
Absolutely.
and we have 400 people that work for Metagenics Australia and New Zealand. The first thing that we had to do is we had to try to get as many people working off-site as we could. And as you know, we have a culture of Metagenics where we're an office-based culture. Most of our office workers work at Northgate in Brisbane, which is our head office and manufacturing facility. We have, in the last 2 weeks, got 170 of those people working from home, which has been just a massive task.
And Paula,
We're still,
just just one thing. Like I think we all need to, and all everyone in Australia needs to sort of give themselves a bit of credit, because this crisis, really, we've only been in the throes of it for a week and a half.
yeah, I
Maybe
know
a little
it's,
bit longer for sure, but the resilience and the adaptability I'm seeing from my patients, from you guys, from what we've had to
yeah,
do, I'm so impressed.
yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. I mean, I've been just, I'm so proud of my team and the work that they're doing, and exactly that, seeing that ability to accept change and be flexible and adaptable in a time when there is so much uncertainty. Like, from a personal level, people must be feeling quite stressed because, life is uncertain. We all have to live with a level of uncertainty, but this is a level of uncertainty that none of us have ever experienced before. And I agree with you, the resilience of people has just been incredible. It really is a credit to Australians and New Zealanders as to when the going gets tough, the tough really do get going, with what people have been able to achieve in the last few weeks, and completely change their way of doing business and approach this with as much positivity as you can.
Yeah, no, it has been incredible to see. And how are you going working from home personally?
It's a massive change. I was just thinking about this because I've worked for Metagenics for 19 years, and I've worked at that facility at Northgate for 15 of those years. So every day of weekday for the last 15 years, I drive into Northgate. And so it's a massive change. But we are working on Microsoft Teams. And I know that people around the country are either working on, Teams or Zoom or Skype or whatever video conferencing. And it's
Yeah.
amazing, isn't it, how connected you can be. And our team are even reporting that, saying, you know, they're actually they feel more connected now than potentially what they did at Northgate. But I'm pretty comfortable. I've got like a nice little office environment and busy. So, yeah, and I'm connecting with my team all of the time. I have the upside is that I have a tiny bit of extra time, I guess. My commute takes me normally between an hour and a half, all up. So I've got another
Yeah.
hour and a half in the day that I can spend with my dog or with my partner, depending on what I want to choose.
Is
um,
Chris working from home as well?
Working from home too. So I get the office, which is good, and Chris got the dining room. Both of us are just on the, like, we're talking all day. So we can't work together in the office. Yeah.
And
Working,
yeah,
you know, I mean, we all have to make it work, right? Like, we're
absolutely.
old and we have to try to keep going. And so we all are making it work.
It's just amazing to see, isn't it, really? And what are you doing with that hour and a half? You're spending more time with Chris, more time with your dog. What else are you doing to look after yourself at the moment?
Yeah, I'm a creature of habit. I really like routine. And so I've been very, very conscious, and I'm also a morning person. So I believe that if I win the morning, then I can win the day. If I have a good morning and I start the morning off with good habits, then I can have a good day. So the way that I really try to start the day off on the right foot and ensure that I'm going to have a good day is that when I wake early. I normally wake about 5, and I ensure that I do a morning meditation every morning. And I just use Insight Timer, and it can be a different meditation every day, but I meditate every morning. And then I get up and I make myself a cup of coffee and I take it back to bed. I love this part of the day, Peter. It's one of my favorite parts. And I take my coffee back to bed and I fill in a journal. And so I do a gratitude journal. I write 3 things that I'm grateful for. And then I write some words of intention for the day. So it might be that it's about embracing change, or it might be about being confident, or it might be about kindness and compassion, whatever it might be, an intention for the day. And I've actually started also since working from home, which I only started last week, I've started actually writing more of a journal, because I feel like, and I've never done that before, but I feel like we're all living in this time in history that we are all going to look back on and go, wow, like that was just a crazy time in history, that we're all experiencing together. So I've kind of been keeping a little bit of a journal of how I'm feeling, and yeah, I found that that's really helpful. And then I always like to exercise in the morning. I find I struggle to exercise at night. I'm a morning person, so I do a high intensity interval training session 4 times a week. But the other mornings we just go for a walk. If I can, I like to do some grounding work. You know, I take my coffee outside and I just stand on the lawn and face the sun, get some melatonin production happening.
Yeah.
I find that helps me as well. So those things, that sounds like a big process, but those don't take me very long. Like my morning meditation is maybe 10 minutes. My journaling takes me maybe 5 minutes. It's not a long process, but it's just these little things that I find put me in a really good headspace then to face these challenges that we're all facing today.
Absolutely. And you mentioned before with your staff, so everyone's feeling quite connected with all the social media. One of my patients said this morning, sorry, not the social media, but you know, like FaceTime and Zoom and all the Microsoft Office. One of my patients said this morning, I thought this was quite clever. She said, "This is the virus that we've all been preparing for. You know, all that technology is ready to go with." How quick have the schools implemented homeschooling, and just incredible. So that was one positive way to look at it.
Yeah. I mean, getting back to the connectedness thing too, is we're just communicating like crazy to our team.
Yeah.
So myself and the COO are communicating with every department every week. So it's a lot of time, effort, but it's really important that we're keeping the team up to date, acknowledging them, thanking them, because I'm sure like you, we're busy, like we're getting smashed. It's just, at the moment, we're just struggling to keep up. And that's why business is very different at the moment, where it's very agile. Schedules are changing all the time as soon as raw ingredients in. If it's a immune product, then it's like we stop whatever we were producing and say we need to produce this product because that's what people need right now. Yeah, so just communicating a lot, daily emails. We have a closed Facebook page. We created a closed Facebook page for our staff, and that's been great, just people to have more of a fun kind of connection and share photos of their dogs and their family and all that sort of stuff to stay connected.
Well, that's fantastic, and I think that connected is definitely the word at the moment as well, isn't it? Like for all of us in all, in our personal lives, but also our work and business lives as well. So thank you so much for that insight into your world at the moment. Now I've got my famous fast 5 questions for you.
Right.
You got, hanging on?
I'm ready.
All right. Favorite exercise?
Is high intensity interval training, any kind. I love it. Short and sharp, hard and fast.
Favorite vegetable?
Brussels sprouts, delicious.
Oh, Brussels sprouts. I think that's a jury, a Hann jury, that one, Brussels sprouts.
It's very divisive.
Favorite splurge?
Yes, but I'm putting it out there.
Favorite splurge?
Oh, definitely like a spa treatment or a massage, something like that. That's my favorite splurge.
Beautiful. Favorite health supplement at the moment?
Magnesium. Taking it by the bucket loads. It's amazing stuff. It's good stuff.
And one thing, and you can't say Chris or your dog, one thing you can't live without. You can say Chris or your dog if you want to. You can. Be careful of the order, though.
Yeah, that's right. One thing I can't live without. Well, that's hard if I can't say my dog, or I was going to say my dog and then...
Well, you can say your dog. You can say your dog.
Yeah, I've always had, and I find it very hard to imagine life without a pet. So I don't think I could live without one. I think I'd struggle.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And just to finish up with, what's your, at this time, or just your favourite #1 health tip?
Yeah, my favourite health tip at the moment would actually be to just be really kind and compassionate towards people and to try to think positively. Because I think our mindset, and this is coming from someone who runs a nutritional medicine company, but I think that comes before anything. Is if you can get your mindset right and you can have a positive mindset and you can help people, then what that does to you at a cellular level is so much more powerful than anything else that you could do. So I just encourage people to be kind, be compassionate, and try to remain as positive as we can and support each other through this.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much, Paula. I know how busy you must be, and I really appreciate you taking the time out to talk with us. And I think that's just a great message to end with. So thank you so much. And we'll be in touch soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Look forward to giving you a big hug.
Likewise, when we can.
Yes, exactly. Take care, everyone. Thanks,
Paula.
Peter. Bye-bye.